David, I guess Australia have done what they wanted to do. You win the toss and you create scoreboard pressure and getting to 492. Is that good batting or did you have the wrong bowlers?
I was good batting. Yesterday, Shane Watson was outstanding. When he's in form like that, he's probably one of the better batters going around in the country and the world. And today, Stephen Smith backed that up again with some very good batting. The wicket was a good wicket to bat on, but there were parts of the game where we could have been better with the ball. But I thought in other times we were very good with the ball. So today, in particular, when the ball was swinging, we were challenging. But once the ball got wet, it limited who we could probably throw the ball to, and it limited what we could do with the ball. So it was quite tough.
When Woakes and Kerrigan yesterday did get their chance, though, did they fall short of what you'd expected them to do when you picked the team?
Look, it's hard to judge someone when they first come in and do their job. I thought Woakesy at times was very good yesterday. He bowled some really good overs. Again, bowling to a batsman, a world-class batsman like Watson, you don't have to be far wrong and he'll hit you for four. I'm sure Simon didn't deliver the balls that he would have liked to deliver, but I'm sure this is only the first half of the game. The second half of the game, you would think the spinner would come into it, and we're hoping he will.
Just finally from me, in terms of the tactics that you bring to a test match, trying to take time out of the game by slowing things down, is that legitimate, David? I mean, every team do that in the kind of situation England were in with a patient crowd there?
Well, the main issue of the ball was very wet, so we were trying to dry the ball and we couldn't really deliver the ball until the ball was dry. It was extremely wet. The boys were saying it was out of shape as well, but you can't deliver the ball until the ball's dry. So I think that was the main crux of it.
Do you have some sympathy with the crowd though, just the sort of frustrating nature of a long wait, and then obviously it just seemed like the game was excruciatingly slow up until.
It was, and as I said, if the ball's wet, there's only one team that can win, that's the batting team, and you need to know that when the bowler's got the ball, if it's anything like wet, he can't deliver what he wants to deliver, and all they're trying to do is to dry the ball. Most of the educated crowd would have known that. Some of them wouldn't.
Would you say that it was actually too wet to play then in that case, or was it fair enough that they went out?
I don't think it was too wet. It wasn't wet enough to come off, but they should be changing the ball in those situations. I think it's good that we're out there playing the game. That's what everyone wants. But as soon as the ball becomes wet, it becomes a pretty uneven contest. So it's just to me, it's just to keep changing the ball until the rain goes away, pretty much.
Anyone else?
David, it's been a while since Australia have won a test. Is it quite important, looking forward to the winning now, just to start of the win we're looking for?
Yeah, well, we still believe we can win the match from where we sit. We're going to go out there and try to put on a big score. They're in a strong position. They batted really well for 2 days. We know with the oval wicket, it sometimes can dry up and become something of a turner. That's why we've probably picked two spinners, and if we can bat well enough for long enough, the game's still on. They'll be desperate still to win. We're desperate to win 4-0. So both the captains will be desperate for a win. So it could easily be a result.
David, can you explain why you didn't pick Chris Tramlett, and at what point in build-up to the game you changed your mind and decided not to pick him?
It wasn't actually me that picks a team, but we, as a collective group of people, we probably looked at the wicket. We thought it was going to be a dry wicket, and we still think it is, but it's obviously been hampered by a little bit of rain today on it, which will probably hold it together better than you would think. And we picked the side that we think is best to win that game. Chris Tremlett's a fantastic bowler, but we've picked the side that we think is going to win this game.
When did you change your mind on selection to go with Woakes and Kerrigan?
Did we think we were going to go with Tremlett? I don't know. We picked a squad of 14 together, and we weren't ready to pick a team until the day of the game.
David, you obviously know a lot of the young Aussie players quite well with your background. They've had another good day. Do you feel, in a way, knowing what you know about Australian cricket, that actually there's not much between these two sides. Because say for a couple of nightmare sessions, they've had some very strong sessions in this series. Do you believe, going ahead to the winter, that there's actually not much between these two sides?
I think every time England and Australia play, it's a great contest. I know how passionate Australian people are about beating the English, and I know from being in the English rooms for 3 years how passionate they are to beat the Australians. So the skill levels obviously are going to play a big part in that. And at times the Australians have definitely matched us, if not surpassed us. And I know they've got some really good talent in that room. Their bowling attack is as good as any bowling attack in the world. And a lot of their batters are still learning about the game, but they're getting better. The game is just about us, for us, controlling what we do really well, and when we do that, we usually get the results. And it's really good from where I sit. When the crucial parts of games have come up, we've been the better team. I think that's probably happened in nearly every Test match.
Last couple.
David, you said you picked the best team to win this game, or what you thought was the best team to win this game, but do you believe, honestly, that would have been the 11 named if the series had been on the line?
Yeah, I do, because we looked at the wicket and we said that's the same sort of conversation we do have. If this game was on the line, who would have we picked? And that's how you pick every Test team to win the game that's ahead of you. And I still think 2 days into a 5-day game, it's pretty still harsh to say that we haven't got it right. When at the end of the 5th day, you could probably write what you want, but if Simon Kerrigan bowls us to victory on day 5, it'll be a bit of a feel-good story for a lot of people.